Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to do Melinas challenge this week. It is, let's see, what did she call it? Stack tickets, something to that effect. I will link her channel below in that video. But I wanted to show you first, this is week number 3 of the Just Journal January freebie. Now, I will send out a newsletter today after this video, and you should get the link to download your freebie. So it's 2 pages. One is different pockets, and then one is your ephemera. So I'll send that out today. If you're not subscribed to our newsletter, you can go over to our website, and when that little box pops up, you can put in your email address and you'll be subscribed. If you are not subscribed already, you can just click the link below and it will take you to this freebie, and you can go ahead and download it if you're participating in our Just Journal January. Now, if you are participating, you've got to be a subscriber to my channel and Melinas in order to be eligible to win the 2 giveaways that we're going to be giving away. We're going to give away one on the 15th of this month and then one on the very last day of this month. So make sure you're subscribed to both channels, because this is the collab with Melina. Right, got that out of the way. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use some of our scraps, and we're going to make some of those ticket stacks like Melina made in her weekly challenge. Like I said, I'll have her video link below in her channel, and I thought I'd start out with this paper. These are just all out of my scrap box. Good way to use up your scraps. So that's what her Wednesday, or her Thursday, starts at Wednesday. That's what her Thursday challenge is all about, is using up your scraps. All right, let's see. I think I might cut it right there, and I'll tell you what size that is in a minute. I cut it 7.5. And now, this is a pretty thick paper, so I'm just going to use it's single. If you've got a thin paper, you can double it up, but this is a thick paper, double-sided, so I'm just going to use it like this. I think I'm going to make this at 3.5. That's about the size of my tags that I like to make, so that's 3.5. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this one too, just so that we will have a couple to play with. Okay. And there's another one that I wanted to go ahead and cut as well. Well, that one's already cut, so we won't have to do anything with that. No, that's all I'm going to do. I want to go ahead and cut this one. Now, this one I have splattered a little bit with some gold shimmer paste, I think. I'm going to cut this down. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Now, I don't know. You know that I won't do mine exactly like Melina. I never do. But we're going to play around with it. And I think... I might ought to have left that a little bit longer, but that'll be fine. We'll start with this one first. Now, I left mine the length of, it's 7.5. I probably should have left it a little bit longer, because this actually folds up to make another little tuck pocket. But when I fold that up, it's upside down, and I don't want it upside down, so I'm going to cut it off and then flip it over. And that's the way that Melina did as well. And for you new people who don't know who Melina is, that is my daughter. She has a YouTube channel, and she owns part in our store. So her hubby works here all the time, and she works here part-time when she is not videoing and not doing inventory and all of that. She does our inventory and everything from home. So, okay. So that is going to go right there for a second pocket. Melina had a little ticket punch that she punched the corners with. I don't have a ticket punch. So what we're going to use is, we're just going to use our little circle punch. I think it'll work. It should work. Because all we're going to do is just clip off the corners. Yeah, that works perfect. And this is a little 1-inch circle punch. And you can see how it just clipped that little ticket looking shape there. And don't worry and try to get them exactly the same and all that. I mean, you can mark on your punch if you want, but you know me, I fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. All right. So see, that now looks like a ticket, right? But it's going to be a pocket ticket tag. Pocket ticket tag. There you go. Say that 10 times very fast. I think it's a very cute idea. I had not thought about anything like this, so I'm glad she come up with it. And I don't do all of her challenges, and the reason I don't is a lot of times some of the challenges that she puts up, I have just finished doing a video on, so I don't want to like double do. But this one, I had never done anything like this before, and I thought, well, this will be a good idea, and I can put some of these in my stash. Yeah, I like that. So how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope the weather is better in your area like it is here. It's in the 60s today here. We did get some storms the other night, but they weren't too bad. Not too bad. All right, then we're just going to glue that down and make that a pocket. There you go. So you've got a pocket. I mean, if you glue this down to your page, that is. Let's just say this is my page. And if I glue that down here, here, and here, I'll have another place to put a tag. And then a place to put a tag here. Or you can just use this as a tag. And then just fill it with your fill it with your tags. Use this as a tag and fill it with your tags. All right, I think I'm going to make my tag out of this. A tag and a tag and a tag. So Miss Brookie come over last night. She's a little mess, I'm telling you. Now, I'm going ahead and making the tag for this back part. You don't have to do that, but I just thought I would go ahead while I'm making and make it, because I am planning on gluing this one down. Now, if you don't want to glue it down, but you still want this to be a little pocket, you can put another layer on the back, another layer of paper, and just glue it here, and then you have a little tag to slide down in there, or a little pocket to slide your tag down in. Now, I will do one like that in just a minute, so hang loose. Just hang loose. But, yeah, Brooklyn came over, and she's a mess, I'm telling you. She came in, and the first thing she said was, Nene, what have you got that I can do to work to earn money? And I said, well, you know, I've always got things for you to do. She said, don't make it anything real hard because I don't have the time. I said, okay, Brooke, I won't make anything real hard. So she helped me do some inventory stuff, and she's just a mess. By the way, we got in lots of new product. So, you guys can go over and check that out. Lots and lots of new product. They finally shipped what we had ordered last year. Isn't that funny saying that? Last year. We ordered it last year. We got it this year. Even though last year was just a few days ago. Okay. Now, I'm making my tag here a little bit shorter. Like that. I think I may make it even shorter still because I don't really want to cover up all those flowers. They're really pretty. So let's see if that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. And this tag is 2 3/4 by 3.5. And then I'm going to do my corners on here the same way. I'm just going to punch them with my little punch. Works just as well as a ticket punch, I think. You just slide the little edge in there. Let me see if I can get it to where you can see it. So I just slid that little edge in there, a little point, and clip it. And there you go. You got like a ticket. All right. That's going to be really, really close to the same colors. So I'm going to embellish this tag quite a bit just so I can pull out some other colors and it won't look so much like my background. Now I've just pulled out different scraps from different places. And this is some vellum that someone had printed and sent to me. I'm not sure who right now, so that's been a while ago. But I'm just going to grab it and I'll tear off just a little bit around the edges. And then you know I like my vellum inked up really well to make it look like it's burned on the edges. And I'm going to put that down like that. And see, that just, you can still see through it, but it just changes the effect of that. And let me grab my Barely Arts glue. And this, I haven't opened this in a few days, so I may have to do some playing around with it. We have lots more Barely Art on the way if it ever gets here. It's just like everything else this time of year. Ooh, I actually think yeah. That's the side that it's supposed to be. At the first of the year, everybody runs late because of all the holidays. So, but it is on the way. And I've got lots of it ordered. So, of all flavors. And as of right now, we're still shipping the art glitter glue. We're just letting you be the judge of whether you think that it would freeze coming to you or not. Because I know some people live in Florida, and from Alabama to Florida, there's really not freezing weather right now. But then some people live in Ohio, and it might be freezing weather going in your direction. So we're just kind of letting you be the judge. If you think it would freeze and you don't want to take that chance, then you don't order it. But I know it's still shipping to me right now. So I figure if they're shipping it to me, then, you know, I can ship it out to you if you want to take that chance. But I can't guarantee that it won't freeze. Okay, I'm going to put that down there. I'll tell you what we got yesterday. And our order was very, very cold. So I figure it had been sitting in a truck for a while somewhere. But it was not froze. It was fine. Alright, let's grab some lace. And this is from Cindy, our sister group. Lighthouse Stop and Shop. She sells all of her vintage laces over there. She sent this. Well, I purchased this from her. Okay, I think I'll put that on here instead of on my tag, because when you put it on your tag, it makes it a little bit harder to slide in and out. But I will link our sister site below. She is our admin, and she runs that site. So she is the one who approves you when you get asked to join there, and she's the one who sells the vintage laces and all that. So it was just, I can't take care of both of them. And Cindy needed a spot to sell her laces, and I said, well, why not? That's a perfect spot. Plus, I get to go over there and buy it all the time. And believe me, I have to restrain myself, because when I go in there, I want to get it all. I just want to say, send me all of this. So you have to get over there before I do if you want to order. All right. And I know she has just added a ton of new people. So I'm sure her laces are going like hotcakes, because they are beautiful. All right, so we'll put that there. And then, of course, I'm going to add some bling onto mine. And thank you to the person who sent me this big roll of bling. Look at that. I love it. I don't know where you got it, but I would love to have a ton more. It's hard for me to find it at a price that I can, you know, sell it to you guys. And I don't want to get it and just have it for me. I want to be able to sell it to you because a lot of you want to know where I got it and can they get some. So I want to find it at a good price so that I can, in turn, give you a good price on it. But it's hard because no place that I know of right now is selling it wholesale. Okay, got that there. This, I think, will be our little tag, other than we'll put a little flower, butterfly, something on there. Let's see what. I think I might just put that little flower on there. And some people ask me why I ink so much on different things that I'm putting down, my embellishments and things. I ink around the edges so that it makes it stand out from the background. A lot of times if you just lay it down and glue it, it doesn't stand out. It just kind of blends in. And I like for something like this to stand out because this is my focal point. So I like for this to be able to stand out. I'm going to put it kind of at an angle so that my butterfly, part of my butterfly will still show. Look like my little butterfly's just flying in there for a drink or a taste of that flower. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm going to easily stick that down in there because everything is not dry yet. There we go. That's pretty. And now I do want to put a little label here. So I'm going into our labels. These are the freebie labels that came from Katie. They are on our blog. If you want to check out our blog, just go to our website and you can go right to the blog link there and then just download them. As long as you're a subscriber to our channel, that's the only thing we ask to get the freebies. Okay, I like that. All right, do we want something up here? Maybe another label or a little cluster or another little butterfly maybe. Just one right there kind of coming into that flower. See if we have a little one. Just a little one. May have to go into another stash. Yeah, we don't want a blue on blue. Maybe a pink on blue. Nope. I don't like the orange in that one on that. These are a little bit big, I think. So let me... Oh, I tell you, we could just do that. I like that. Maybe this one. It's got a little bit more of that color of blue in it. Got two there, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. Okay. So anytime on our videos that we say it's a freebie, all you have to do is go to our store link below the video. Now, someone said the other day, you keep saying below the video, but I can't see it below the video on my TV. You won't be able to see it on your TV. In order to see where our description, links, and all that is, you have to be either on a computer or a phone. You can't see that on the TV because all you see on the TV is just the picture. So you'll have to go to your iPhone, your Android, something like that, or your computer, and then just click on the little drop down thing there. Sorry, my mind was just wandering away. Let's see. I don't think I want that brown. Hold on, and I'm going to grab some seam binding. This seam binding is from My Scrap Cabin Shop, and this is the ivory. She does crinkle seam binding. It's absolutely beautiful. You guys need to go over and check her out. She has the best crinkle seam binding. And I think what I shall do is I may just staple that there instead of making a hole in that. No, I think I'm going to use my little ribbon punch. And that punches that little ribbon hole. And it's perfect for your seam binding, and I'll link it below. Okay. There we go. So there is one. I think that is cute. Now we're going to make one. I'm going to make one with this. And I think on this one I can just fold it up because you can't really tell if this is right side up or upside down. So we're going to make one with that. What did I tell you about my kiddos? Yep, they're texting me right and left. Never fails. I've been sitting here all morning and nobody texts. All of a sudden, here we go. Alright, I'm going to bring this up to the top so I can go ahead and punch my little pulls in there. Then I'll use my 1-inch punch, hole punch, and punch my corners. Yeah, that works great. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Maybe I did and I just forgot. That could be. So yeah, see, that punches it just like a little tag. I mean a little ticket. Not a tag, but a ticket. Okay. Now we'll glue this down. So let me go ahead and ink you before I glue you down. See how that ink just makes that stand out so you know where that pocket is? I mean, that's my way of thinking about it, but, you know, you do it like you want to. Let's see if that's wide enough. Yeah. Okay, we can put a backing on this one and have it where you can slide a tag down in there if you want. Trying to think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. All right, I'm going to cut with my scissors. I thought I saw something on my desk. I've gotten paranoid lately because, you know, with all the rain that we have had, I've had some spiders coming in on the boxes and things that we get in shipments. And I have a phobia about spiders. So, day before yesterday, I got my spray and I went all over the house and everywhere spraying. I probably sprayed way too much, but I was like, I don't want no spiders in this house. But yeah, I can't stand spiders. Spiders and snakes are my biggest fears. Other things, yeah, I don't like any kind of bug. But Other things don't really bother me as much as those do. But with all the shipments and boxes and things that we have coming in, we have to keep the place sprayed really well. If we don't, it just gets terrible because, you know, cardboard boxes and where they come from. So we just have to keep everything sprayed well. But I had not sprayed in a while because we used to do that and I didn't have to. So I hadn't sprayed since he passed. And then I got to thinking, well, I need to spray. And then I had to look and read up on how to even open up that sprayer that he has, that he bought. I had to figure out how to work it. It is amazing, all the things that you learn when you have to, when you don't have a choice, when you're alone. And it's also amazing how much you depend on your spouse to do things. I mean, I didn't even think about spraying, he just had it on his calendar, and every so often he went through and sprayed, and I didn't think about it. And then, like, changing the filters in the, units, I never thought about that because that's something he did. Every 3 months, he changed filters. I never did even think about it. Well, lately I've had to think about all of that and put it on my calendars to do, so I had to go through the other day and find where he kept the filters and get them out and figure out which one was for which unit, because we have 3 different units with the store and everything. So I went through and changed all of those, got those going. But yeah, it's a lot different when you're having to do things by yourself, and I know a lot of you know that. A lot of you are in the same situation. But just get your spouse to teach you. If you still have your spouse right now, get him to teach you as much as you can possibly soak in. Because believe me, hopefully you never will, but one day you may need it. I would hope and pray that you wouldn't, but that's a little bit too... I'll probably put that one in there. Use this for a tag. This is some of the Tim Holtz wallpaper. But yeah, I never thought I would need to learn all the things that I have had to learn. And I still have a lot that I need to learn, and that Benji's, Alicia's husband, is having to do for me because I don't know anything about electrical and changing outside, big lights and stuff. I don't know anything about that. I mean, he does, so he does it for me, but that's things that I should have learned. But even if I had learned it, my kids would have fussed if I had went out and tried to climb on a ladder, because you have to climb on the big ladder to get up to change some of our floodlights. So they would have pitched a fit if I'd have been climbing up on a ladder. He came last night, even it was after dark, and he was out there changing floodlights because I had quite a few that had gone out, and he was out there changing lights and putting things up, and he put some more blinds up in the house that I had bought, and I don't know why have I closed that up? So yeah, get your husband now to teach you as much as you can possibly learn. And believe me, learn everything that you can about your finances. Thankfully, I had always taken care of our finances. So it wasn't something new to me to do all the bills and bank statements and all that, because I've always done it all of our married life. He never did care anything about keeping up with financials. But I know, like, both of my daughters right now do not keep up with their finances. They have no clue. Their husband does it all. So, and I told them, I said, you have got to get them to teach you all about the finances. You need to learn. I'm going to back this because it is not as thick as I'd like for it to be. So, think and pray that you'll never have to use it. But if you do, be prepared. I have a really good friend that her husband passed away just days after my husband did. And bless her heart, she'd never done anything. And she was at a loss. She didn't even know. She knew where they banked, but she didn't know if they had savings, checking, both. If he had CD, she didn't know his passwords to things. And that's another thing. Make sure that you get your spouse to give you his passwords. Now, that's something that I didn't do because, truthfully, I didn't know that Whit had set up passwords and certain things. Because normally, like I said, I took care of all the finances and he just never set up any passwords and things. But lately, since he'd been doing a lot of online stuff with his medicine and things like that, well, he set up a lot of different passwords. Well, he set up a password for his computer. It took us probably 5 days to get into his computer to try to find some of his passwords for doctors, medicines, and things like that. Because, I didn't know him. It wasn't a thing that he kept from me. It's just that I guess it was one of those things like me. He never thought that I would have to use them. So we finally got in and I was able to change everything to where I knew the passwords. But yeah, get them to share all their passwords with you, where you bank, what you bank with, and if you have savings, check-ins, if you have CDs, anything like that, you need to know all that. Because believe me, the banks and places will not help you. They will not help you. Because they don't really care. Alright, I like that. So I'm going to slide that one in there. And that one will slide all the way down, and then you'll just see a little bit of a pull on that. And I'll decorate that later. I'm not going to decorate it right now. We'll make a little one for this. Let's see. I may use this again. I love that writing on there. So let's just cut a piece of this one. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to back it. Well, yeah, I am too, because you can't really write on that well. So I'm going to back it. I didn't know this was going to turn into a I'm giving you advice video, but it's just things that I've learned that I think every woman and man, and even children, your children, you need to, like now I'm the only parent that my children have, so I have put them on my accounts and my cars and everything like that, because if something happens to me, I want all of that to be theirs, and I want to make sure that there's no issues anywhere. No questions. Because our sweet government will take it from them if they can. Okay, so there's another ticket tag. And then we'll decorate this one up a little bit. I'm going to go back to this printout here again. And grab some more of this. Yeah, I think I'll put that down there. I like that. And that's why I use Barely Arts. Can you see? You can't see where I put the glue under there. And I do want some kind of label or something on here, so let me think a minute. Let's put that one on there. It's kind of got a little bit of purple in it, and it'll go with this purple here. And I found a little piece of doily on my desk. I'm going to use that. I'm going to grab a little tiny piece of book page. Just tear me a little piece out here. Yeah. Put that right there. Put our little doily down. Now that piece of doily was already inked around, so I didn't ink it again. I think that'll be fine. And then, let's see. Okay, I got a little piece that's sticking up right here, so we're gonna put a little glue up under there and then press that down. I don't know why. I must have missed the glue there. I'm not feeling that now that I've got it out there, so let's see if we can try a different one. Yeah, that guy'll work. And speaking of tickets, we have a ton of tickets that we had left over from the E-Club kits. And I will be listing those up in the shop the next couple of days. There are all kinds of tickets. And there's no way under this earth that I could use them all. So we're going to share them with you guys. Okay. And then just a little label on here. Let's just do this Imagine right there. Got to print some more of Katie's freebie labels because I'm running low. Because I use them on just about everything. Alright, and then here we need to do a little bit of embellishing down here. And again, I think I'm going to use a piece of this trim. Okay, I can't tell which side's the right side. So I guess if I can't tell, maybe nobody else can tell either. Okay. Trim that little tip off right there since I have that going. There we go. And then, of course, another piece of our bling. I mean, that's a given when you... For me, anyway, I just think it finishes things out. Alright, and I think we'll put a piece of book page across here. Let's see, that one won't work. It's not. I've got a lot of scrap book pages right here that I'm pulling from. And I love how they did the numbers on this old book page. So I'm going to use that number in there. We have got more vintage book page bundles coming. It's just that we sold completely out and I haven't had time to break a bunch apart again. But we have more on the way. We'll get those up as soon as we can. Yeah, let's do that. That happened to turn out to be the right width. I didn't even measure it. Okay, I've just got a couple of pieces of, this is Tim Holtz Curator, I believe. Something to that effect. Just little pieces of ephemera. Doesn't matter what you get. Grab something out of your stash, cut something out of a magazine. Just something that you can layer with. Alright, so there is that. And then I feel like I need something right here, so maybe just a little label right up here somewhere. just to kind of offset everything because we're bottom heavy right now. All right, there we go. Now we can put a little pull on this. So I'm going to grab my little tabs here and see if we've got one that we can put just up there at the top. That one will work. All right, I'm going to tuck that. Ooh, trying to come off. I was going to tuck that back down in there so I could get it right in the center of that pull so that it would be in the right spot. All right, there we go. Got that on there, and I think that'll be it. So there are two, as Melina calls, I think she said these were stacked tickets. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she called it, but like I said, I'll link her video below, and in my title somewhere it'll have that on there. But that's two of them. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll give it a try. Melina has some wonderful ideas on her channel, so make sure that you go over and subscribe and click that little bell on her channel so that you won't miss any of her videos. She comes up with great ideas, and she's a wonderful crafter. So I will let you guys go. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you will. And if you don't mind, click that little bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos. And we will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to watch for the newsletter coming out in just a little while.